Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Do you remember when the US administration came in front of the cameras and said that they have intelligence, solid intelligence, that Iraq has weapons of mass destruction? I remember. And little by little they didn't produce anything but words. So the same thing I think is about to happen right now, but not with Iraq, but with Iran. Where again the United States is going to come, it's already coming, with evidence they have which implicates Iran directly in the conflict, Russian-Ukrainian conflict. This article comes from Republic World and it's from today, October 20th, 2022. US says that Iranian troops in Crimea backing Russian drone strikes. And I have another article here coming from Ukraine Forum with a different title from the same date. US accuses Iran of direct involvement in Russia's war against Ukraine. So let's see what these guys are saying. It says, given Iran's transfer of combat drones to Russia. So that's given. It's no dispute. It's given. And the presence of Iranian personnel in temporarily occupied Crimea. That's also given. Who helped launch these UAVs on peaceful cities of Ukraine. The United States believe that Tehran, believe is something without evidence. Believe usually is something that I believe a pig can fly. Is different than I'm assessing that a pig can fly, or I'm thinking, or I'm reasoning. So United States believed that Tehran is directly engaged in Putin's war against Ukraine. Now just think about this. A drone versus HIMARS. So the Russians are so stupid and it's so complicated to use those drones versus the Ukrainians using the HIMARS. Really? If you don't have to be a military person to realize that's more technology and more involved in the HIMARS than a drone. Okay? But don't take my word for that. Just, I don't know, ask some military people or just watch some videos with people who know what they're talking about the direct comparison between a drone and a HIMARS. Alright, so White House National Security spokesman John Kirby, a weasel, told this to reporters on Thursday, October 20th, according to Ukraine Forum correspondent. And this is the quotation from this guy. We assess, so there's not believe, we assess that Iranian military personnel were on the ground in Crimea and assisted Russia in these operations to launch UAV strikes on Ukrainian cities, Kirby said. He said that the Russians had already received batches of drones from Iran and would obviously get more in the future. Kirby also noted that Russia wants to obtain other weapons from Iran, such as surface-to-surface missiles for use in hostilities against Ukraine. Before yesterday, Iran had military crap, according to the Israel and others. That's why they want atomic bombs again. So all of a sudden, the Russians go to the Iranians to ask for missiles. I don't believe this at all. Zero. I'm sorry, I'm not convinced at all. And you know why? Because the whole thing that got to this point was pushed by Israel, was pushed by Ukraine, now the Americans. And it sounds almost the same as Iraq, when there was about Iraq. You see, the whole thing is Iran nuclear reactor. That's what it is. And Israel right now says, yes, we got him. Now Bolton, that idiot, the mustache man, he's going to have his war because of the Pentagon and these criminals. You'll see. You'll see. The fact is this, and I'm quoting this, the fact is this. There's the same thing, they speak this in the same way they spoke when it was the Iraq. The evidence is here. Let me draw you the evidence right now. Okay, and this is a mobile biolab of Saddam's. And here, you like it? Well, let me put another wheel because it has 4. Unbelievable. So the fact is this: Iran is now directly engaged on the ground and through the provision of weapons that are impacting civilians and civilian infrastructure in Ukraine. In fact, that are killing civilians and destroy civilian infrastructure in Ukraine, Kirby said. So that means what? Let's see. He stressed that the United States, as I'm quoting, is going to pursue all means to expose, deter, and confront Iran's provision of these munitions against the Ukrainian people, end quote, according to him. And U.S. will continue to vigorously enforce all U.S. sanctions on both the Russian and Iranian arms trade. Well, the Israelis are having a party right now. Next Purim is ready. On October 20th, the EU and UK introduced sanctions against Iran for supplying Russia with attack drones that are used in Russia's war against Ukraine. Interesting. Let's see the other article if there's anything else that this can say. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. It's the same article is just taken by Ukraine form. So, since they started saying that Russia wants drones from Iran, that I don't know if they do or not. I don't know if they have it or not. Remember when I told you, maybe you don't, yesterday about the drones, that these show pictures of the downed drones, Iranian drones. They have Russian Cyrillic writing on it. I looked again in an article from Ukrinform. If I open the Ukrinform right now, with an article regarding those drones down, they show almost the same picture almost always. What it shows, it shows a down drone right here. Is right here. It says Ukrainian military destroyed 15 out of 20 Shahid 136 drones today. General Staff. This article is from Ukrinform from today the 20th. And here is what they show. The picture. I don't know if I'm going to show the picture of some damaged something. You see the writing down here. I can show you the other side. God damn it. This right here. It's with Cyrillic writing. That is Russian writing. Not an M276 over there, whatever that is. The one over there, it's with a Cyrillic. That's Russian. Let me make it bigger. Right here. Make it bigger. You see that? Is that Iran? I didn't know the Iranians are writing now in Cyrillics. And the other one is this. Again, it's not. You see, again, AHB or whatever that is. And this is right on top of the drones, the article with the drones. Right there is the article starting today, blah, 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 the drones destroyed. This is the thing. Right there. They show the drone and the article underneath, then there's the thing. Unbelievable. So I'm not convinced whatsoever, but they can make it if they want. They don't have to really show it. Now what are the implications? Israel is very happy. They got the bully boy going eventually with these guys, these idiots, to go over there and do something to Iran. And this sounds like the same as UK and France with Hitler. Remember that one? When Hitler could not figure things out with the Poles, because the Poles were arguing and negotiating in bad faith. Why? Because the Brits were behind and said, don't do anything because we are here and we're going to defend you. We promise. They had written statements about that. It was not accords. It was not like verbal. The Poles did not do anything about the Danzig corridor. When that guy invaded Poland, what happened the next day? The UK declared war on Germany. And then after about 48 hours, France decided, oh shit, let's go in. Then it became a world war. Remember, Soviet Union also invaded from the other side, but those two guys, the lovers of freedom, who defended Poland, declared war only on Germany, not on the Soviet Union. They said, we're going to defend you against the aggressors. I didn't think it was only against Germany. Anybody else can fuck you up, but if Germany fucks you up, that's a no-no. I don't think it was like that. The guarantees, the security guarantees were of the Polish border, so why did they just declare war on Hitler, not on the other one? Don't tell me, well, you can fight with two Well, then you didn't declare war on Germany because of moral high ground there. So the same thing here. Let's see if they're going to do something to Iran. If that Iran is going to go, that's World War III. Because as of now, it is NATO, United States with little weasels, with on the Ukrainian territory. They're over there, but they're not involved, at least officially, with weapons straight there, with their military. Now Iran, since they're at it, let's do it for Israel. How about that? Because if Israel would not be there, if you take Israel, let's say, out of that location, the Americans would never hear about Iran. If Iran would give oil, nothing. Everything will be just fine. So anyway, these guys are gonna... I'm very irritated, to say the least, because I see the same accusations, the same statements made by these guys here, US administration, against another country, and I see the same thing. Maybe it is so. Maybe the Iranians are there. Maybe the Iranians are fighting right now alongside Russians. Maybe. I don't know. These guys, coming from these guys, I don't believe shit. I rather believe that they are already fighting in Ukraine. I rather believe that than this. That's about 9 out of 10, I believe, versus this is 1 out of 10. Okay, I'm not saying it's impossible. I give it 10%. That not even 10%. Not even 10%. I give 2% that the Iranians are helping the Russians fly fucking drones. The kids fly drones. Are you crazy? But they don't help. They don't help Ukraine use the HIMARS and other things to the satellite with technology, with all that. Are you crazy? I mean, again, I hate it because these guys treat us like babies. But they can, because there is strata on this society that is like that. And they are not focused on you or I. They don't care about us because we're not too many compared with the rubble, with those idiots below 86 who will say, yeah, man, yeah, that's right, they said so. Yeah, Kirby said, did you hear Kirby? Yeah, let's fuck them up, man, and get the oil and do a parking lot. Give me the Bud Light, man. Yeah, good. Gonna see how I drink this at one, break it and do it? What the fuck? And these are the people. Anyway, I don't know, man. I don't know. I can talk 3 hours regarding this at least. But thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just. Get ready.